the Fans is the #1 sponsor in battle rap. My name is Frank White, and I probably contributed to some of your favorite battles. I mean, in the last 4 years, I donated $222,000 to battle rap for the culture. Check out We the Fans Global on Instagram for the full catalog of battles I sponsor. And follow We the Fans Global on YouTube to watch full battle breakdowns from a sponsor's perspective and a recommendation for what battles should be booked next. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, and keep stepping into your greatness. We the Fans is for the culture.
What up, what up, what up? We're here with Chris Tex, the GOAT. How you feeling?
That's my Jason Momoa impersonation. What's good? What's good, Frank? How you feeling?
Yo, I appreciate you taking the time to do this with me. You know what I'm saying? I deeply respect your insights and your takes. And a lot of times we have similar takes, and then sometimes we got totally different takes, which I really appreciate. So I want to jump right into this prediction blog for Smack Volume 12.
Smack Volume. Let's get it.
Okay, yeah, Smack Volume without the numbers on it. I spoke to Beezy this afternoon. I was like, "Where's the number? Like, are you trying to make us guess?" But but we here now, and so this is a dope card. You know what I'm saying? I have my takes. I have my good takes, my hot takes, and then my bad takes. So we're gonna talk about it all. We're gonna try to both be as candid as possible. You know what I'm saying? So do you want to start from the top or the bottom of the card? What do you prefer?
Let's pause. Let's start from the bottom.
Bottom of the card. Okay, so we start with the rematch. This card starts and ends with a rematch. So the first rematch we have is Chef Trez versus Eunice. Where are you at with this battle?
So first I was confused as to why this rematch is happening. I'm not gonna lie. but I mean, I enjoyed the first time they battled. It was a debatable battle. I want to say I think I had Eunice 2-1.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna be the same this time. Shout out to my guy Eunice, but I got Trez winning. I think when Trez first did it, what was it? 4 years ago, 2022? Was it 2022?
It was a long time ago. It was at the top of 2023.
Okay, top of 23. So when it first happened, everyone was still kind of getting used to who Eunice is, and now everybody knows who Eunice is, right? The Trez might have did it like as a favor, maybe for a check, I don't know, but he knows Eunice is not to play with now, and I don't think that he goes in. I think he goes in super prepared, and even when Eunice loses, I think he puts up an amazing performance. So I think he is going to put up another amazing performance. I got Trez edging this one out. I think it's going to be super close again, just like the first one. But I got Trez winning. Trez don't lose, man. Like he never loses clear. If he loses, it's debatable. Like
yeah.
When did he lose clear, Frank? In the past 4 years, like
it's been a minute. And I'm not gonna hold you. Like Trez probably has one of the best, if not the best, performances on Outside 5. No, Outside 4. No, Outside 4.
Facts.
With Geechee.
Against
Free
Geechee
was phenomenal performance. You know what I'm saying?
On both ends. Geechee didn't come to play in that
Geechee
battle.
was incredible too. I ain't gonna hold you. But I had Geechee winning that battle, but most people had Trez winning. Consensus was Trez. But Trez is unstoppable. And the night before he battled Real Deal, and he was crazy there too. So Trez is just like relentless. He's a machine. And I agree with you. I had Eunice. Shout out Real Deal did his numbers too. I had Eunice winning the first time they battled, and the funny thing about that card is that's the only battle that came out. If you haven't seen this or you're just hearing that there's a rematch, tap into Chef Trez versus Eunice. Happened on 3BL. Salute the Bills. It was like 7 battles on that card. My very first card that I ever tried to put together, and that's the only battle that came out. And out of the 7, only 3 actually happened. But I would say that the first time I had Eunice winning. It was a 2-1. He gave a phenomenal third round. One of the first times we heard him get so personal. But yeah, I think Trez wasn't really too familiar with Eunice at the time, so he may not have known what he was walking into. But I think this time around, Trez knows exactly what he's walking into, who he's dealing with, and I think he's a competitor. He's not gonna. I don't see him losing this battle. I got Trez 2-1 comfortably as well. But Eunice is gonna do his numbers. I think even in his loss to Mike P, I thought Eunice did a great job. So, parts of being a champion is winning and losing.
I do think his rebuttals are going to be a little bit better this time around. I want to say he had some rebuttals the first battle, and some of them didn't land. But this
Mhm.
time, he's just better overall. Like he
Exactly.
was super young. I mean, he's still super
Mhm.
young, but he's
Mhm.
just a lot better. And yeah, I still got Trez, man. I got
I
Trez. It's
do
so
too.
hard to pick against
I do
Trez.
too. I do too, 100%. But if Eunice wins this, that's not going to be crazy.
Exactly.
He's in his
And
zone,
there's a
and
lot of battles on this whole card that I feel like that. Like, there's a
exactly,
lot of close ones that I'm saying 2-1 edge, and I wouldn't be surprised if the other person wins. This is one of
exactly,
those. I just personally I got trust.
exactly. And I really respect. This has to be highlighted. I respect the sacrifice of battling during Ramadan. You know what I'm saying? Like that's tough. Just existing during Ramadan is tough. To then be battling during this season, and that's a whole other ball game. So salute to
Mhm.
Eunice, always the consummate competitor and just like a professional. So salute to that. But with all of that said, we could both agree Chef Trez is going to win this battle. Um, so we go to the next battle. That I'm really happy for this gentleman, Ored versus Jack. I'm happy that Jack is on volume. It's unfortunate that he's against somebody who's at his best in
Mr.
volume
Volume.
settings.
It's Mr. Volume, Frank. He's
Yeah,
at the
you're
best
battling somebody
volume.
who this is his setting. He's shown us time and time and again how great he can be in these settings. See Ored versus Miss Hustle, Ored versus
Mhm.
I think it was Briz. Was it Briz Rossing that he battled in this
Grizz, that
volume?
was volume 1?
Yeah, so like this is Mr. Volume himself. So salute to Jack. He had an incredible battle with A Ward that I had him winning. Some people had A Ward winning, but no matter who you have winning, that was an incredible battle on both sides. I think this is a great reward for his consistency. I'm very hyped to see how this battle goes. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Jack Boy 2-1, but I will not be surprised if O-Red wins this. How you call it?
So listen, man, and I think Jack has been rapping some of his best raps recently. I
Mhm,
think, like you said, the A Ward battle. I think that battle was amazing. I personally had
mhm,
A Ward first and third, but I'm not
mhm,
mad at anyone who had it. Jack winning that battle. I think that battle was
mhm,
excellent. Um,
mhm,
I just feel like Jack. I think this is a great look for Jack. It's just he's just going against arguably the best volume battler ever.
100%.
Ored. He had what Geechee was on volume, Briz, John, Solomon, Cortez. Like these are all volume battles for Ored. And I'm not gonna stick in my Jersey bias, but come on, man. Like I just feel like it's a tough battle. But this, just like I said the first time, I got Ored winning this one 2-1 edge. But I wouldn't be
Mhm,
surprised the way Jack has been rapping if Jack
mhm.
kind of like steals this one from Red. But I
Hmm.
personally, I think I'm gonna go with Red 2-1 in a very very close battle. But Jack's been doing his
It
thing.
has to be said that O-Red, when he first started, O-Red, I thought was one of the best. You know what I'm saying? And he's had some very classic battles. Gotta respect his legacy. But there was a dip, there was a decline, and but it was a return to form when I seen him battle Miss Hustle recently.
Miss Hustle,
I
yeah,
thought
yeah,
he did fantastic in that, and I was like, okay, this is the O-Red that I remember.
yeah.
So I definitely look forward to this battle. I'm interested to see the approach that O-Red takes. It's going to be an interesting conversation all around. There's just so many points to touch on in this battle. So salute to both of them. I got Jack, you got O-Red. I guess we'll revisit this after the battle.
Big Jersey.
um, yeah, I respect it. I respect it. Next battle we got. This is a really incredible announcement. Swamp versus Kid Slade. I'm gonna let you lead. You got the floor on this one. How you
Listen,
call
man,
it?
I love this matchup. I think it's kind of reminds me of like Rex versus Swamp, with the drug talk. Kid
Mm-hmm.
Slade has been just rapping his ass off recently, man, and I feel
Fact.
like he finally got that momentum back. After
Mm-hmm.
the Rock battle,
Mm-hmm.
obviously for obvious reasons, he lost a little bit of that steam.
Mm-hmm. Even though some
That
say
he
he won
had
that
from
battle.
I think he won that battle, but you know what happened in that
Yeah,
round.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, I feel like when he had the stumbles performance, I was actually there for that stumbles performance. It was crazy, and I
Incredible.
was like, oh man,
Incredible.
like it's Slate is up, and then it just
Mm-hmm.
kind of just died down. He's
Mm-hmm.
back, man. Like his
Yeah,
last couple battles, he's been rapping his ass off. And
yeah.
Swamp is also, he just had the Capo battle. I had Capo winning, but Swamp was fire in that battle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think this battle is going to be one of the best ones on the whole card, and I hope that they do it like a drug talk round where they both just go crazy with it.
Yeah.
It's just for me, it could go another one could go either way. I just have I don't see anyone stopping Slade right now. Anyone, and that goes for T-Rex. That goes whoever wants to battle Slade right now.
Crazy.
I can't see Slade losing, man. He's just rapping his ass off.
I respect it. I see. To me, Slade. Some of the highlights of last year was Slade versus T Top. I had him winning that clear. I had Slade edging the battle with him and Wusa. Slade has just been on a like the thing about Slade that makes him so lethal is he raps really well. So you're not just going against somebody who can put a punch together, but his rapping is so fluid, and the pockets and the flows are incredible. So I think it's an uphill battle for Swamp, but Swamp is no stranger to this prototype. Like we seen Swamp versus Hollow having a god tier third against Hollow. We seen Swamp and John.
Amazing.
That third round was incredible. We seen Swamp versus Chess. He was on his A game there. We seen Swamp versus John. That was a very competitive battle. Like so, Swamp really been in fights left and right. So this is no different. And outside of the ring, I know he's got a lot of personal stuff going on. I wish him speedy recovery on all that. God bless him and his family. But if he manages to be in good health by the time this battle comes around, I think we're looking at it probably battle of the night. I think this could be my sleeper battle of the night. Aside from the main event, I think this could very well be the best battle on the card. But I do have, with all of that said, I have to pick a winner, and I got Slade, Kid Slade 2-1. Slade is in rare form. Slade has got his momentum back. I think he was poised to be the next superstar from URL until that Tay-Rock battle, and he definitely climbed out of that hole that he was in and made his way back to prominence. Just stellar showings from Slade. We love the way he raps. It's undeniable. From the tracks to the battles, you name it. I think Kid Slade is here to stay, and I've been pushing behind the scenes for Slade and Rex, Slade and Geechee Gotti, Free Geechee. So it's just there's so many endless battles that we could see Slade. Somebody in the spaces were talking about Slade and Ill Will. I love that battle. Like it's just the possibilities are endless. I think Slade's momentum, the trajectory is upward. So we got to see what he does with this battle. And being rewarded with volume after great showings on Outside and Nexus, perfect trajectory. URL's doing the right thing with Slade right now. So I got Slade. I Slade 2-1. And salute to Swamp. It's good to see Swamp back on URL. He had recently tweeted that he hadn't been booked there in a while. So great to see Swamp back. I think it's a good battle. I too want to hear some drug talk, a drug talk round from both. And I'll probably be calling dice to figure out what any of it means because I've never sold drugs in my life. But it sounds good as hell. It sounds good as hell. So
listen, I'm ready for Slade to go through the URL gauntlet, man. I'm ready for him to get all
straight up.
And I think 2026 is going to be big for him, man. Especially if he wins this battle, like you got to keep going up. You know what I mean? Like, and then I'm excited for what he has in store for this year.
110%. Okay, so salute. It's still going to be a great battle, but I think we both got Slade 2-1. Now this next one,
I know
Rum Nitty versus Mike P. Now I'm gonna say one thing. I have the utmost respect for Mike P. I'm a huge fan of Rum Nitty. If this is the last time, because Rum Nitty's saying that this is his last year, if this is the last time he's on volume, then this isn't the battle that I want to see. If this were the last time we're going to see him on volume, I needed to see him in Tay-Rock. And those other options too, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, I am happy for Mike P though, because Mike P has been showing and proven. Mike P beat Eunice, very good performance on the Outside card. He had a good battle with Tay-Rock, even though I had Tay-Rock winning. I thought Mike got the third clear. And he did his numbers. You know what I'm saying? Mike has been showing up and showing out. It's good to have him back on URL. This is a good look for Mike. These are the kind of plates that have been overdue for Mike, if we're being honest. And then to Nitty, listen, Rum Nitty is incredible. I think Rum Nitty is a legend. His legacy is solidified at this point. It's really nothing you could. This is like his victory lap, if we're being honest, because Nitty is just his battle against Loso was incredible. His battle against Kid Chaos was incredible. Incredible performance. I'm gonna skip over one specific battle that I try not to mention at all because my heart got broken. But Nitty's been on a run and it's been endless, and he's changed the game in so many ways. Volume is his setting. Nitty in a volume is just amazing. Too many quotables.
Nitty might be the only one to I might say maybe beat has the crown over O Red. Like Nitty is amazing.
100%. 100%. And so for me, I can comfortably say that I have Rum Nitty 2-1. I think Mike can get around here. I think Mike just comes in and gives his best material, and I'm gonna be okay with that. I don't see a world where Mike wins, but if he does, I think that's gonna be an upset. I think that's gonna be a welcome upset because we all rooting for Mike. He's getting his just due finally. But I firmly got Nitty 2-1. How you call this battle?
Well, first I got a secret. This ain't gonna be Rum Nitty's last volume. So
So crazy.
Battle rappers retire. This was Swamp was not supposed to. Never mind. All right. So yeah. So I feel like a lot of these recent Mike P battles, a lot of people are going in saying, Mike, 2-1, whoever the op is. Mike doesn't really have a chance. Mike doesn't have a chance. He beat Eunice, and surprisingly, going into that battle, I had Eunice as the heavy favorite going.
I did too.
I think that he beat Eunice, and I personally had Tay-Rock winning in an amazing battle. But there are people that have Mike P second and third. That exists. I was on the timeline, and I saw a couple of people saying that he beat Tay-Rock, and no one
crazy.
Not counting just him. I know he thinks he beat Tay-Rock. I don't, but I think it was an excellent battle, and I think you can debate the second. I think if Tay-Rock didn't rap for as long as he does, but you're expecting that when Tay-Rock.
Yeah, at this point, if people aren't expecting that, that's just low battle IQ.
But who doesn't do that, Frank? That's Rum Nitty. Rum Nitty,
Mr. 230s,
he's
exactly.
Not gonna give you a 6-minute round, 7-minute round.
You're getting exactly what you paid for.
Yeah, exactly. If 90s is 90s, it's 230s, 230. He's gonna rap 230. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great 230.
Fantastic material.
He's not gonna go over the limit.
Agreed.
I say all that to say, it'll be idiotic for me to ever bet against Rum Nitty because I think he's a legend and one of the best ever to do it.
Agreed.
So, but it's another one where I would not be surprised. Mike has really been rapping recently, man.
100%.
I would not be surprised if Mike pulls off the upset. I'm not going to predict that. I'm still going to take the safe bet in Rum Nitty. But I wouldn't be surprised. And I know you said you would love to see Rum Nitty versus Tay-Rock. I'm just not a rematch guy. I've never been a rematch guy. We could talk about that when we get to the last battle. I'm not a rematch guy. There's always so many matchups that still have not happened that could still happen. So I'm not the Rum Nitty Tay-Rock, as much as they both improved and how much better both of them are. I'm good. I don't need to see that again. I like this Mike P battle. I feel like Mike P has earned these recent battles that he's gotten with Tay-Rock and Rum. I feel like URL's doing right by him, and I'm happy he's getting these plates. With all that said, Rum Nitty 2-1, man.
But everyone's safe prediction is Rum Nitty 2-1. But if Mike comes in here and just does, Mike takes risks, and sometimes those risks pay off big. So if Mike comes in here and just dominates and just has like a bar heavy, all 3 rounds just bar heavy, if he wins this, I'm gonna be so happy for him, because man, it's overdue. You know what I mean? Like Mike has such an incredible career. He's done so much, and he's been deserved these types of looks. So I wouldn't be surprised if Mike finds a way. But
Outside 6 was December or January?
That was December. No, Outside 5 was December. I'm sorry.
That I just was gonna say, if the Tay-Rock battle and the Rum Nitty battle are both in 2026, like it's a strong start for
very strong.
It's really early to start talking 2026 Cody, but I mean
there won't be a 2026 Cody.
Oh, that's right.
So really, no more Cody runs anyway. But it is a strong year nonetheless. Salute Jay Black. It's a strong year nonetheless, though. Mike is poised to have a very good 2026, and he deserves it. I'm very happy for him. But with all of that said, Mike and Police and on volume 12, Nitty is gonna do some things. Nitty is gonna rap. There's too much for Nitty to pull from.
The Police,
it's all there. There's too much for Nitty to pull from. I'm gonna be honest. Listen, if Mike does it, I'm gonna tip my hat. But Rum Nitty's got a lot to material to pull from. So we're gonna see how it goes. But salute to both MCs. I'm looking forward to a good battle. The next battle I want to talk about now. This is a test for both these guys because Fonz has never been on volume. and this is obviously A Ward's first time on
A Ward's never been on volume either.
And A Ward's debut on URL was not the greatest. He won the battle, but it wasn't the greatest. He had a fantastic showing against Jack, which is kind of crazy that the better battle is one that's not on Summer Madness. But nonetheless, A Ward is 1-for-1 right now. Even though he's, however you want to call it, this battle right here is a huge test for A Ward. Not to mention A Ward's schedule is insane.
When is it not?
He started the year with Official, then he's got Jazz, and then he's got Fonz. That's insane. That's an insane lineup right there. And I wouldn't be surprised if I'm missing one, because Ward is a hard-working man. So there might be a battle in there that I forgot to even mention. But with all of that said,
I don't know if it's announced yet, but there is.
Chess. That's what it was. A Ward and Chess.
It is announced.
Yep, right, A Ward and Chess on in April 2026. A Ward, crazy. I even have him as one of my potential champions of the year for 2025. So
he's in my top 3 for sure.
He's in my top 2. It's Rock and Ward for me personally. But I'm very hyped to see what he does here. This is a big test. Fonz is no joke in these types of settings. Even though he's never been on volume, small room Fonz is a problem. He's mastered that. He's still working on figuring out the big stage, but Fonz in a small room is very dangerous. And I think Fonz understands legacy-wise what this volume premiere means. As a puncher, you really want to. This is where you make your mark legacy-wise. So he understands that. He knows what he's got to do. I got Ward 2-1 because what I'm seeing from A Ward and the level of consistency, he battled Jada Nightwing the night before he battled Jack, had a great performance against Nightwing. Unfortunately, Nightwing wasn't able to adjust to the mic issues and the crowd issues and all of that. But A Ward persevered there, and then he turned around and had a great battle with Jack. This is no different. I think Ward is going to – I got Ward actually beating Jazz, beating Fonz. The only person I see him having trouble with is Chess. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about A Ward and Fonz. So I got A Ward 2-1 against Fonz on volume. How do you call it?
All right. So this battle is near and dear to my heart. So I don't know if you know, but both of these two gentlemen are in my personal top 5 favorite battles.
Fire.
So I've been such a big Fonz fan since he first came out. Like, you could go back to tweets that I had 4 or 5 years ago talking about how Fonz is going to be this and going to be that. And I've just been a huge supporter of his. And same with Ward, man. I've been supporting Ward for years. So I'm very, very, very excited for this battle. And I hope it is everything that I've waited for. I know the Jack battle is debatable, but I got A Ward undefeated on URL right now.
Talk heavy. Okay.
He's undefeated right now. I just don't know, man. Fonz, this is in Fonz versus Rum was in that same studio. I think it was.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. And that said, I just feel like Fonz is gonna be a lot, man. The punches are always super heavy, and I don't predict against Ward a lot. But I think I got Fonz taking this battle, man. I think I got Fonz 2-1, and as sorry, Ward. I fuck with both of them. But yeah, I think he's gonna have some trouble with Fonz. I have it debatable. 2-1 edge Fonz, but I wouldn't be surprised if A Ward goes crazy like he did versus Jack. But yeah, I'm going with Fonz, man, and that might.
Wow, I didn't expect you to say that.
I don't even know if there's an underdog or a favorite in this. I feel like listening to other people's predictions, it's kind of 50-50. Like I hear. I don't know. I don't know if you asked anybody else. Is there an underdog in this battle, or is it?
I don't know if you could say there's an underdog. If I'm being honest, I don't know, because both new Midwest talents, both making their premiere on volume, both been having stellar resumes. Like, I don't think there's an underdog in this. I think it's just
for new Midwest. I mean, what Tennessee is it? It's not down south. Is
Kansas City. I don't know.
Kansas City, he's from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah, but he's got dual citizenship. I don't know how it works, but he's got dual citizenship. Man. So I don't know, but I know one thing though. This is going to be a very competitive battle, and I think the best material we're going to hear tonight or that night is going to be this battle.
This is my battle. By the way, I think Slade versus Swamp could sneak in there. But on paper, looking at the card, this is my battle of the night.
I'm not mad at that.
Just because I fuck with both of these guys so heavy. This is my battle of the night, and I hope it turns out to be a great battle. I really, really do.
I'm not mad at that at all. That's tough. That's tough. Okay, now we get to the main event.
A lot of hatred in this next.
I'm gonna let you set it off. I'll go second.
Sorry in advance. All right, we got the rematch. I don't even think it is a rematch, obviously, but to me, Ill Will versus Tay Rock, right? This is more Ill Will's return to URL than the rematch, right? This is what people care about. How long has it been since he's been on URL? Six years?
Roughly. Yep.
Okay, so it's been a while.
It's been 6 years since he was on here. I think it was Geechee Gotti was the last one.
Is it Geechee or Danny? It was something. I don't know. But either way, I hate that his return to URL is a rematch. There's so many other battles that have not happened that he could have battled, and we're getting a rematch, man. I know I spoke on it earlier with Trez. Like, I'm just not a big rematch guy. I'm cool with the rematch if it's like a whole card themed for,
And that's the theme of the card. Okay.
And that's the theme of the card. It's all redemption and, getting their lick back, right? Because I think the first time they battled, it was a pretty clear
it was decisive. Yes.
Yeah. And I feel like that's when we should do a rematch, right? I don't want to do a rematch of a debatable battle, right? Especially a debatable classic. But this one, it was a pretty clear win. I personally have Ill Will winning this time, and I know we were in that space the other day, and I was like the only one. Then people started coming out the woodworks and saying that they also have Ill Will. I just feel like
you were alone for a minute though.
I was by myself standing alone for a while, but I just feel like Ill Will has everything. He has all the intangibles of a battle rapper. Like, he checks off every single box. Like, there's battlers that are better, right? But to me, all around, Ill Will is a top 5 battler of all time. And that might sound crazy to a lot of people.
That's not crazy.
I hold him at such high regard, and I think that the humor aspect is so big, and he could just break a room with jokes. He still has heavy punches. His pen is great. He could rebuttal. Like, there's nothing Ill Will can't do. And I know that he knows how big this is returning to URL. And he's not coming to fuck around. And I think this is going to be a big year for 26. I see a lot of things, that he's saying that he wants to do. And I think this kicks it off. And normally, any time I've ever predicted against the GOAT, because Tay Rock is my GOAT,
100%.
I've regretted it immediately after the battle. I regretted it immediately after. But I'm still gonna do it, man. I just got Ill Will coming back and going crazy on URL, man. I got Ill Will taking this battle 2-1 edge.
I applaud your prediction. I agree with the fact that I hate that he's coming back to a rematch. I wish it could have been somebody else. There's so many battles, Ill Will and Rex. There's just so many battles that haven't happened that we could have got instead. But with that said, I've been told that behind the scenes, it just didn't line up for Rock and Nitty. But Will, I'm very happy to see back on URL, first and foremost. Amen. Him being back is just fantastic. Mike P, and I want to say, I'm going to put it out there, I want to see Big K back as well. There's just certain people that I think should be here, and they have endless matchups. You know what I'm saying? So with all of that said, though, we're here now. And Tay Rock has been looking real undefeatable for the last year. Like, I don't know what it is.
More than a year.
I mean, for forever, but it's just this last year in particular has just been. I watched Jada Nightwing rap some incredible material, and I still had Rock winning. I watched Lou Castro probably rap some of the best material I've ever heard him rap, and I still had Rock winning. I watched, man, I could go on and on. Everyone I've seen, I watched Fonz hit Tay Rock with the second round that nobody should be able to come back from, and I still had him winning that battle. So it just doesn't matter what people do. Rock finds a way. You could argue that if Rock's rounds were shorter, that him and Mike P is a closer battle than people realize. You know what I'm saying? Sure. But either way, I just keep seeing Rock do the impossible over and over and over and over. So with all of that said, I got Rock 2-1 pretty clear.
Clear.
Pretty
Ooh.
clear. I got Will coming in there and maybe getting the first round, and then Rock just taking the rest of the rounds. But the what's not talked about enough is that Rock's material for Will the first time they battled, that's some classic material. Should I give him the Smith like Emmett or Emmett Till Will? What are you gonna say to top that? What
Well,
are
he
you
can't
gonna
say
say
it
that's
again.
even on par
He
with
can't
that?
say it again. I mean, he might actually try to remix it.
And let the crowd just finish the bar.
Yeah,
but
no,
but Rock is also at a bit of a disadvantage because it's like, how do you top that previous performance? That was a great performance from Rock. So it's like it's in his, when you talk about Tay Rock, that's one of the battles you bring up. So it's like, I don't know. I listen. Will's gonna have to try to find a way. Rock is gonna have to solidify his legacy once again. Although it is solidified, but he's just gonna have to show that, what I'm saying, I could do this again. And Will that battled Tay Rock back in the day is not the Will we're getting now. This is a crazier Will.
Battle of the
All
Year
round,
from
he has
last year, right?
mastered his game, from the humor to the bars to being able to call audibles on what needs to be done in the middle of the battle. Hey, this is a different Ill Will. He's going up against a whole different monster, so he needs to be ready. And I know Rock is a student of the game, so he knows what he's got to do. I have Rock comfortably winning this 2-1, but if Ill Will returns and beats Tay Rock, that's going to be news. That's going to be incredible battle rap news.
Come on, man. That's Smack's original Gunner, man. Come on.
Hey, I thought I was your Gunner, Smack. This is gonna be crazy.
It's Smack's Gunner versus Smack's Gunner.
It's crazy. And in all honesty, there's a lot of excitement. When you look at this card, it's really competitive battles. When I spoke to Bees this afternoon, he said, it's not so much about, he said he'd love to have big name battles all the time, but they're hyper focused on giving the audience good battles. If you look at Outside 5, you look at Outside 6, it's been good battles. It's been good battles.
My favorite cards of the entire year.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, hey, this is no different. It's some competitive battles on here. We're gonna see how it goes. It could go. Somebody's winning 2-1. I don't see any 30s on the card. If somebody does get 30, they wasn't on their game. But this is gonna be one of them ones. I think overall, on paper, I give the card a 7 out of 10, but I would not be surprised if the event ends up being like a 9 or 10 out of 10 because of how competitive the battles are. Tell me your rating for this card.
So I agree. When I first looked at it, I would say a 7 out of 10. But there's so many good matchups that it could. I can't see it getting lower than that. If everyone comes on there, there's no way it could get lower than a 7 out of 10. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a 9 out of 10, similar to like what we did with Outside 5. I would not be surprised if everyone's on their A game. It could be really be crazy, man. I'm very excited for this card. I kind of hate that I have to wait, to see it, and I can't watch it live.
Yeah, I hate that too.
Wait for the battle, 3 days and 3 days and 4 days and 3 days is gonna kill me. But
and the 2 battles a week is gonna be ridiculous. But
but I'll see it eventually.
Get the app. Get the app. If you're watching this, get the app. The app is $8.99. It's got a billion battles. Get the iBattle app. Just support these apps.
Support battle rap.
Support these battle rap apps.
Frank, on the URL app, I've been a URL subscriber for a very long time. And when you look at the comments, there is live comments, right, on the URL app when the battle's happening. There's actually another tab that says like premium or premium subscriber. And that's for people that have been subscribed for the app straight for 3+ years straight. I always go in there and there's no one in there. And I'm always in there like, yo, I'm just here because I could be here. Yeah. And so if anyone ever comes over there and you'll see just me, I'm there talking to myself. So
that is so funny. That is so funny.
I'm a supporter, man. I'm a supporter.
I respect it. App gang, make sure you tap in. I'm gonna post this up right now, but I definitely want to spin the block and have a conversation with you after all the battles have dropped so that we can see what we were right and wrong about. And I want to salute you, and I want everybody watching this to go follow Battle Rap Royalty, because y'all are doing some incredible things over there. I support you and Duchess to the fullest. You know what I'm
Appreciate that. We
saying?
do got the iBattle of the year coming out for 2025. It's gonna be
Talk
coming
about
out
it.
within the next 2 weeks. We're gonna have our
Okay.
top 10 iBattlers of the year. It's really,
Fire.
it's really tough. But you know, shout out to Duchess, shout out to What's the Tim. He's gonna be on the panel this year,
Fire.
and we're gonna drop that for everybody. So super excited about that. So please subscribe. Battle Rap Royalty YouTube. Yeah.
Battle Rap Royalty. I appreciate your time, Chris. We out of here. God bless.
Appreciate you always.
All right.